Defend yourself against DDoS attacks by hiding your true IP address with ExpressVPN, and visit my custom link expressvpn.com/ghilliemaster in the description to find out how you can get an extra 3 months free. That acceleration with armor is going to be one deadly combo, and I for one cannot wait to toss some sticky bombs at some Mark II oppressors from this vehicle. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another GTA Online in-depth guide here on the channel. Today we're going over the long-awaited Virtue. This is the other Imani Tech car that is part of the Los Santos Jugglers DLC. I'll be covering all of its stats pertaining to its armor and later doing some performance comparisons to similar vehicles. Before I begin though, I do want to give a shout out to my friends Xenon and Endercrafter for helping me record and test everything for this video. First, let's talk about how you unlock it. You unlock it by claiming it via the Legendary Motorsport website, but only if you have GTA Plus. If you don't have GTA Plus, you're going to have to complete the Last Dose missions to then unlock it for free at the end of those. The good news is the Last Dose missions won't take you very long. I was able to beat them in an hour's time, so don't freak out about that. It's not going to take you very long. With it being an Imani Tech vehicle, you can equip it with armor plating, a lock-on jammer, or remote control, much like other vehicles. It does not, however, have a machine gun option like the ones from the contract update. Testing the armor with armor plating and a player inside the vehicle, this has some of the best armor in the game, equal to the Omnis EGT, which I deemed one of the best cars in the entire game for free mode. It blows up in 12 RPGs, 12 homing rockets, 12 sticky bombs, 26 railgun shots, and 30 explosive sniper rounds. Insane. If you don't have an occupant in the vehicle, these values are essentially halved across the board, but you're really not going to be using these values very often because when you're getting attacked, you're going to be inside the vehicle, so you'd mostly be using the stats with someone inside the vehicle and its protection there. If you don't choose to put armor plating on the vehicle, then it will blow up in just 2 RPGs, 2 homing rockets, 2 sticky bombs, 3 railgun shots, or 4 explosive rounds, so a tad bit more armor than most regular cars, but really not something you're going to want to drive around if you want to be safe in free mode. It, of course, still gets shredded by the explosive cannons of the Laser and Hydra, just like the other vehicles in the Imani Tech family. The windows also do not provide any bullet resistance on this vehicle, and the back is not bulletproof at all, so you can't use the Zentorno strat and just back up into people, you'll just get shot out instantly. Since it is an electric vehicle, it's a bit more immune to being EMP'd, as little sense as that makes, but that's just how they are in this game. Electric vehicles seem to recover from EMP blasts faster. Up to this point, the vehicle is essentially a supercar version of the Omnis EGT, both electric with tons of armor for your protection. So getting into the performance part of the video, I first wanted to test it against the fastest electric car, the HSW Cyclone 2. That thing, that's HSW, right? So yeah, you're gonna blow me out of the water.
God. Oh, yeah,
What the fuck?
There's a little bit too much torque with that.
Jesus. Of course, with it being HSW, it was going to lose, but in terms of acceleration, it's not too far off, really. Since it is an electric vehicle in GTA Online, the top speed isn't very good. I'm just going to put that out there now, but for combat purposes, acceleration is more important than top speed, I would say. Next, we put it up against the Cyclone 1 and the Neon 2 other electric vehicles. Yeah, this thing's a beast. Yeah, it smoked them. Not even close. Both in acceleration and top speed, the Virtue has the advantage here. And for the final test, we're up against 2 other Imani Tech vehicles, the Omnis EGT and the 300R. Holy shit, Xenon, is that you back there? Jesus. It's got like Cyclone 2 acceleration. And again, it smokes both of them. Disclaimer though, the airport drag test does favor acceleration over top speed, but in terms of that acceleration, I would say it's only beat by the Cyclone 2, and that's really good if you ask me. None of the other electric vehicles we tested could even come close to beating the Virtue. So in terms of electric vehicles in GTA Online, I would say that this is probably the second best one. And in terms of combat, it's looking like this is the new best Imani Tech vehicle and basically new best free mode vehicle with its insane acceleration as well as armor with the lock-on jammer. However, there is a major downside to this vehicle that I'm just baffled they would implement to this car, and after watching the intro, you guys can probably tell what it is. If you put armor plating on it, you can't throw sticky bombs or any throwables out of the vehicle, which means you can't really do anything against Suppressor Mark IIs in this vehicle, which also means a lot of the combat potential with this vehicle is just chalked. And with it, a lot of the fun. And I just have a simple question. Fucking why? For balancing purposes, how in the fuck would a supercar that you can chuck sticky bombs out of be overpowered in any way? Do they realize what kind of shit they have in their game? We have a goddamn space cannon that can kill anyone on the map from a protected interior, but throwing sticky bombs out of an armored car? No, that's where we draw the line. I can get spawn fucked by a thermal laser with rapid fire explosive cannons and not be able to do anything, but a supercar with a guy inside throwing sticky bombs at me? No, we can't have that. Seriously, it makes zero sense. I was really looking forward to having another daily driver to sit aside my ominous EGT, but they just had to go and ruin it, didn't they? The windows aren't obstructed in any way when you equip the armor. Hell, even on the Patriot mil-spec, when you put armor plating, the windows get smaller even, and you can still chuck throwables out them. We have an MOC cab that takes 69 homing missiles to blow up with bullet-resistant glass and a bulletproof back that you can throw sticky bombs out of. So what is the reasoning for blocking them out of this vehicle exactly? I would even go as far as to argue that it would be balanced if you could throw stickies out of it. The downsides of the Virtue are that it's only a 2-seater instead of a 4-seater, and it's as light as a feather where if you get hit by a missile, the car just gets thrown around a ton. It's like you're practically doing a kickflip every time you get hit by a rocket. But the upsides are that it's more agile and it's faster. Meanwhile, the Omnis is a bit slower, but it's also better at standing its ground, and it's a 4-seater. There's trade-offs there. I just don't get the micromanaging of trying to balance a fucking supercar out of all the OP shit we have in this game. Another typical Rockstar design blunder to add to the list, and another vehicle that likely won't see much use because of it. A vehicle that would have been top tier, but instead is close to the bottom in terms of utility in free mode now. If the windows had some sort of armor plating on them like the Kuruma, then it would make sense why they would disable throwables. But no, nothing. It just gets rid of them for no reason. They should change this, but they won't. They don't like us having fun with anything, as they've shown multiple times now with their horrid vehicle balancing. Good lord. I don't know why I even get a little bit excited over new stuff in GTA Online when somehow, some way, they always find a way to drop the ball and fuck it up every single time. I don't think there's ever been a time in GTA Online where we can have an update and every single thing in that update is somewhat useful or good. It's always one or two things that are amazing and then a crock of shit for the rest. I mean, just look no further than the Precision Rifle, or the Alchemist, or the Annihilator Stealth. Anyways, that's going to wrap up this in-depth guide of the Virtue. I guess it's a good vehicle for defense, but if an Oppressor Mark II really wants to mess with you, your only option is to just drive away and let him keep attacking, I guess. And what kind of fun is that? And if another armored vehicle attacks you that can throw sticky bombs, well then you're fucked, buddy. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like, as well as subscribe to my channel for more GTA Online content. I want to give a huge shout out to all my channel members for your support, and once again to Xenon and Endercrafter for helping me record this video. If you'd like to become a member for some exclusive perks, you can either use the join button or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.